So it's about 10 pounds of spaghetti on this. For the average person, no, they can't eat a whole one. The spaghetti pizza was based off of pizza frita, which is like spaghetti that's fried with eggs and cheese, and it looks similar to this, but a little different. My dad said, why not combine pizza, which is an American favorite, which, you know, pizza frita is an Italian favorite. So we just said, combine them both, and this was the first creation that my dad created in '93. So the process is a two-step process. So first we're gonna make a regular cheese pizza, sauce, cheese, everything's normal. You would bake it about halfway, take it out, and that's when you would add the cheese, spaghetti, and then you would make another lattice strip for the top. Because it's half-baked first, it gives it a little more strength on the bottom, and you're not putting the spaghetti right on right away. It keeps it from drying out. The cheese holds everything together with the lattice strip on top. Finish baking it, and there it is. About 10 pounds of spaghetti on this. For the average person, no, they can't eat a whole one. The spaghetti pizza was based off of pizza frita, which is like spaghetti that's fried with eggs and cheese, and it looks similar to this, but a little different. My dad said, why not combine pizza, which is an American favorite, which, you know, pizza frita is an Italian favorite. So we just said, combine them both, and this was the first creation that my dad created in '93. So the process is a two-step process. So first we're gonna make a regular cheese pizza, sauce, cheese, everything's normal. You would bake it about halfway, take it out, and that's when you would add the cheese, spaghetti, and then you would make another lattice strip for the top. Because it's half-baked first, it gives it a little more strength on the bottom, and you're not putting the spaghetti right on right away. It keeps it from drying out. The cheese holds everything together with the lattice strip on top. Finish baking it, and there it is. Rosa Rosa is a first-generation passed-down Italian restaurant. My family came over from Naples, Italy, ended up moving over to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, because it was most resemblance toward the Napoli style of living. This is where I've been ever since. Because I'm first generation, my family was very hardworking. Every day, 7 days a week, they would be in the restaurant making pizzas and food and pasta. So I basically grew up in here.
About 10 pounds of spaghetti on this one.
Rosa Rosa, to this day, we've been known for our quality in food as well as our creations. So we tend to take a lot of the Italian traditional foods and bring them to America and try to combine them with a lot of American style dishes and get a combination of the best of both worlds. And now that we're getting into the day and age of social media and posting a little more, word of mouth gets around, and now we've been slowly climbing up and just kind of getting more exposure on some creations that we've been making. Another one of our creations is a bomber pizza, which is a combination of stromboli and pizza. So what we do is we basically make a half side of it being a stromboli and the other half regular pizza or any type of toppings that one might like on it. Some of them that we offer is buffalo chicken. We do a cheesesteak, and we also do a regular, which is like ham, salami, and mozzarella cheese. We've even gone into getting purple pizza, which is basically a puree of purple potatoes, and then we do scamozza smoked cheese, and we add that to a puree, which is like almost like a baked potato pizza, so to speak. We're always looking at what kind of picks up, what people might like to try, and then if there's a big pickup on that, we usually throw it on the menu. They're going to expect a family atmosphere, very friendly, we're very talkative, we love to get to know the customers, see where they're from, and kind of get their story. That's the way we were taught in Italy, and Napoli is we would give the shirt off our backs to somebody that needs it, so we've always been that way here.
A lot of people feel very nauseous, lightheaded, dizzy, and a little bit woozy once they enter the cabin. Some people have extreme vertigo. Some people can't even be in the cabin. They won't even look at the cabin. A lot of people ask me every day, what is the real mystery? But it's a very broad question. A lot of people think that it's a little bit more of an optical illusion. A lot of people think it's more of like a physical illusion. Some people think it's ghosts. The main mystery is that this right here is a gravitational anomaly. A lot of people say, oh, the cabin is, tilted. Why is, that's the mystery. But why is it like that? Why didn't it slide down the hill? Every single time we try to debunk it, it pretty much makes us ask even more questions. One answer sparks a million questions.
My name is Aiden Lucero. Welcome to the Mystery Spot.
I'm in Santa Cruz, California at the world-famous Mystery Spot. Let me tell you folks, there's so much weird stuff here and so much mystery that the gang would be confused. I came here for the first time as a kid with my family, and I left with more questions than answers, as does most people when they come here. So I'm back again. We're gonna try to answer some of those questions, find out why this place is so mysterious.
In 1939, a man named George Prather wanted to buy the beautiful land that we turned into our parking lot. So we talked with them and they said, we will sell you this land if you buy the hillside with it. It was warned by the lumber company not to put anything on the hill. They said everything they put on the hill slid down to the bottom to flat land. And so this cabin right here was built in 1940 in January, about 10 feet up the hill. But then over the course of 3 months, it slid down the hill and it stopped right here. It may seem like this tree right here is what stopped the cabin, but this tree is about 55 years old, while this cabin was built in 1940. The reason why it is stopped right here is because it slid down the hill and it stopped when it reached equilibrium when it was in the center of the mystery spot. So we have 6 different demonstrations to demonstrate the gravitational anomaly and the mystery of the mystery spot. Right here, I have what we call the board of mystery. I place it right there, and then I take my level, and then I place it right here. You can see that level. You can see that the ball doesn't really want to stay still. A lot of people like that there's a battery, a small hamster, and a ball like this. But if I could put a battery, a magnet, and a small hamster and a ball like this, that'd probably work for Tesla. George Prather hired a team of surveyors to go look about, his land, and what they came out with was really interesting. His surveyors came back to him and they said that they were getting incorrect compass readings up to 180 degrees off. That means some places north-south, south was north, east was west, and west was east.
Completely mind blown here. First time when I came, I thought it was a little bit scamish. I thought it was a scam, but it turned out to be amazing. I had a lot of fun here.
It felt like I was actually gonna fall off and really hit my face on the other side of the wall.
A lot of people come up here to disprove. I had it was a NASA scientist and a Tesla engineer, and then I was sitting there answering questions the entire time. It was I didn't have any answers to give them. They didn't have any answers to receive.
And they didn't come up with anything?
They couldn't come up with anything. We got our fame from our mystery spot bumper stickers. So everyone's seen the yellow mystery spot bumper sticker, and from that, everyone puts it on their bumper and then it starts to grow. I've been to Montana and I've seen mystery spot stickers. And because of that, we bring in over 600,000 people a year. I came here when I was a little kid and then I was so blown away on what was going on. And then now that I'm here, it's still a mystery to me. To the people who want to come and solve the mystery, I just say to them, don't even try. I mean, nobody's figured it out in the past 80 years. Might as well just come on down here and have fun and, get your mind blown.
Well, it's safe to say that I don't know what's going on. I've got no answers. You probably have no answers. No one's gonna have answers. That's why they call this place the mystery spot.
Well, as you know, the museum was founded by General William Lyon, and he owns these aircraft in here. When I heard there was an opportunity to volunteer here and be one of the guides, I was retired at the time and I didn't have anything high on my priority list to do. So I love to be around aircraft. I was a pilot when I was young. I was in the Air Force, so I flew air defense during the Cold War period. So it was a great opportunity for me to be around airplanes again. It had been a long time. And also, I enjoy taking people around and showing them what we have to display.
The whole idea of the museum is to present World War II airplanes to the public. It fits me perfectly because I was World War II. I know all of these airplanes and I get to talk about it, so it's a fun job. I ended up flying the B-25 pretty much at the end of the war. They didn't need pilots overseas. They didn't need to send me to combat. So I was flying this B-25 out of Douglas, Arizona. I'd call my mom and dad, are you going to be at the beach house today? Yeah. So I'd get my B-25 and fly it out to Newport Beach and buzz over the pier and put on a air show for my mom and dad. I never did get overseas, never did get into combat. I was one of the lucky guys.
When you're around people that had a similar background, similar experiences, you get an immediate sense of well-being, of security, a feeling that you have shared experiences and shared viewpoints. Once you become a pilot, it gets in your blood, it stays in your blood for the rest of your life, and you want to be around aviation whenever you get the opportunity.
You know, the prison's just kind of a way of life in Huntsville. It's always been, and we have generations upon generations that have worked for this prison system. My dad worked for the prison system for 20 years in Huntsville. Walls Unit is a prison system part of TDCJ. It's the oldest one in town, and it's directly 2 blocks from downtown. Releasees, after they're released, they'll come in. They're always very respectful. They're super excited to be out of prison, and they're able to come in and have their first taste of freedom with us, with a classic juicy burger. It's just a part of the life here, so I don't think the locals probably aren't as troubled by the releasees after they're released. So we obviously went with a prison-themed burgers. We have the Warden, we have the old Sparky. You know, this is unique to Huntsville. Mr. Hamburger is a Huntsville institution. It's been here since 1959. Used to be a little drive-in shack right down the road across from Walls Unit. We opened up here in 2011. This is an old Sinclair gas station, 1950, so it fit the vibe of the place, and yeah, it's been going strong since then.
They have the best hamburgers and onion rings anywhere.
Our patties are fresh, never frozen, certified Angus beef. We ball our meat daily and press it directly onto the grill. Our fries, we hand cut our fries every day. Our onion rings, we hand batter.
Their hamburger's just really good. You can come in here for a long time.
So our original is our basic lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle burger. It's our classic burger. That's our #1 seller. The killer is our #2 seller. That's a double meat, double cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion, jalapeno. That's a really big burger, really popular burger. The Old Sparky is like kind of our specialty burger. It's a breaded and deep fried patty, hamburger patty, with ranch dressing, our Texas in July sauce, which is a hot sauce, lettuce, tomato, pickle.
I love Mr. Hamburger. Their hamburgers are very well made.
Food's fresh, it's hot, and it's good. It tastes really good.
I think everyone needs a sense of comfort, and that's what this provides. It's the nostalgia that everyone had for the original drive-in, to bring it into the modern world so that you could dine in the comfort of air conditioning. You know, it still has this local mom and pop feel to this place. It creates something beyond just that's available anywhere. You know, this is unique to Huntsville.